Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I am Boomer Marshall. I'll be on the call tonight alongside the Chief, who will be doing the video / color / computer. As we're one man short tonight, Caleb Franklin on assignment in Gold Beach, Oregon. So go get him, KK. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Tonight's matchup features the visiting South Medford Panthers taking on the home team, the McMinnville Grizzlies, here in Yamhill County. Beautiful night, Chief. Beautiful out here today. Beautiful field. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that at home. The setting, Friday night, we got on the air. Talk about this whole setting right here, Chief.
Well, right now, Boom, I don't know if you can even hear me. We've had technical difficulties since we got here. Luckily, we're on the ball and been here since around 4:30. I think we are live streaming now, so it's great to be here. I was absent last week without leave, and with Papa Bill in Sutherland, Oregon, not doing too well, so unable to make it. And I was grateful for Table Rock being online with you and Benson doing the job, and it was a tough game for South. So right now, I think McMinnville is rolling, ready for South, and I know that they've had some struggles early in the season, and South trying to rebound off that loss to Liberty.
Panthers come in at 2-1, got off to a good start at 2-0. A good win on the road against a Centennial team who wasn't too impressive, but the Panthers played well enough to win, especially in that second half. And then kind of roles reversed 2 weeks ago when they beat Canby 16-13, got out to a fast start, ended up not finishing so well, but enough to win the game. Last week against Liberty, let's put it this way, our defense struggled, but our offense in a lot of places had glimpses of brilliance, ended up scoring 41 points. Torrin Tuttle, 23 for 36. 282 yards, I believe. 7 carries, 102 yards. 6 total touchdowns for the senior quarterback, the senior transfer from North Valley. Starting to find himself within this offense, Chief.
Well, I'm thinking we didn't get a chance to talk with Coach Singler just because of trying to get online here tonight. But I think he's adjusted well. He's come along very well, and at least on that side of the ball. I think the defense, there's without questions, got to make some adjustments and do some things. Liberty, really good football team, running triple option out of the pistol, where McMinnville, you're going to see a little bit more run at you, kind of I formation.
Traditional.
Kind of the old school.
Right.
And so a little bit different look. Also, I know, again, without talking to Coach, we don't know exactly what kind of the game plan was going on here, but I know the defense will be boosted by James Duane, who's back after missing a game and a half, I guess. Half that Canby game at least, and then suspended for the game against Liberty, which that would have really helped them. So I think with the adjustments and then with James Duane coming back, that's going to give a boost to our defense as well.
Absolutely. James Duane is a difference maker, period.
Yeah.
He's a guy that jumps off the screen, and James had a little bit of a learning situation where he got ejected from a game from a hit that was way away from the ball. So you know that 43, which is James Duane, is going to be chomping at the bit to get on this field. The challenge now for Mr. Duane is, can you keep your composure and play with respect not only for the game, but your opponent and also your teammates, because he tried to hurt the opponent on that hit, it looked like. He didn't respect his opponent by doing that, and more importantly, didn't respect the game. And his teammates felt that last week when Liberty came to town and rushed for 400-plus yards. 43 makes a difference. He's got to find a way to stay on the field, because when he is on the field, that defense, he makes everybody better around him.
Yeah, and I think number 43, they're not going to give up 43 on the defensive side of the ball if 43 is in the ball game. So, and I'm sure that he's had some discussions with Coach Parnell, Coach Singler, and all of his teammates that he's got to control his emotion. He came out, and he was pumped up that night. We could tell that in the warm-ups, just like tonight. They come out early, and you can tell he was amped up. His motor, I love his motor. He's going all the time, but you have to control that. In high school football, well, at any level, got to control that. And I'm sure that we'll see a little bit different James Duane tonight. I think he'll be flying around, same intensity, but I think that's what he had to pay the consequence. South paid the consequence a little bit on the defensive side of the ball, and get a chance to see if we got any depth at that position as well.
I want to talk a little bit about, as we get into our pregame show here, I know we were sorry to get on late, folks. Technical difficulty out of our control. We're glad to be on now, 9 minutes before kickoff here, but I think it's important to talk about the emergence of Trey Alvarez last week, who had 3 touchdown receptions. And it's going to be able to make other opponents' defenses be, more true. They can't just load up on Austin Boster. Now, Boster had 7 catches, 150 yards, and a touchdown of his own, but Trey Alvarez scoring 3 touchdowns makes that defense, that opposing defense against the Panthers, have to stay honest. And you know what? They're doing the national anthem, Chief. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more pregame show. We're a little scattered right now, but we're going to have fun. We're going to get you lots of information, and we're going to get you football here in about 8.5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And we're back live here at, I believe it's Wortman Field, or it used to be Wortman Field, home of the McMinnville Grizzlies, home of the movie Once Upon a Time, Chief. Quarterback princess Helen Hunt, Tammy Maida. In the movie, they were the Minnville Grizzlies. Tim Robbins also in that movie. He is the backup tall oaf of a quarterback, also a star from Bull Durham and movies like Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence. Anyway, that took place right here in this stadium. And I don't know if we can get a shot of that, Chief, as we kind of come over here to the right. An old stadium covered. There's the railing. I remember the railing from Quarterback Princess. So anybody that grew up around the same age as I did, this is where the Quarterback Princess was filmed. As we see the Panthers now gathering there on the far side of the field, about to take the field.
I'm surprised we don't see a banner with Tammy Maida.
Yeah.
But that was a great
movie. No, the real
movie.
story, though, Chief, is she went to Philomath High. So she went to Philomath High School, and Jason Bauer, assistant coach for the Panthers, longtime assistant, actually went to school with Tammy Maida.
And
was a little bit of a fiction. They put a little spin on it.
Did she actually start at quarterback for Philomath?
JV quarterback. And she was a senior, and then she got homecoming queen.
Okay.
So, fun fact for you there.
Yeah, that just messed up my evening. But just that was a great movie, and we watched it about 50 times when you're a little guy. So it's great to be here at McMinnville. A lot of excitement going on, and just back to your point on what good things happened last week, and we've been saying it for 3 weeks, that you got to have somebody besides Boster to go to. Trey Alvarez steps up, gets 3 touchdowns. Also got Cotto over the middle.
Yep.
And then like the Walker.
Mitchell Walker.
He's another kid that they're kind of go to and kind of out of the backfield, or just a little swing, a little bubbles. And Bill loves to throw those little jet screens or bubble screens, and
right.
So I think and the emergence of Zach Miller, he played pretty well and ran the ball really well in the second half. So a lot of good things offensively, and again, we talked about defensively, make some adjustments a little bit, and with James Dwayne coming back.
Here come the Panthers, led by the senior quarterback, Torrin Tuttle. Not to interrupt, Chief, but go ahead.
No, and that's, talking about, again, whoever is going to win this ball game. South coming off a loss, and McMinnville coming off a tough loss. I think they played South Salem tough last week.
They did.
24-14 or 21-14, something
McMinnville
like that.
1-2 on the season. Beat Milwaukee first game out of the box, then lost to Roseburg here. Was it here? 49-0.
So, yeah, Roseburg jumped all over and got all over them. So I think we're going to see how tough, at least from a comparable score standpoint with how tough Roseburg is. But I think Roseburg's got their football program back on track, and they're 2-1 and lost a tough game to Reynolds last week. So it'll all the picture will come a little bit clearer as
there goes
we get
the old
this
ball
game.
coach,
Yeah.
Coach Singler. Sorry to interrupt, but
well, there's our coach's corner right there as Bill walks in front.
Sorry to interrupt there, Chief, but I wanted to grab that shot. But the thing that I was going to go back to and talk about a little bit, Dad, was the fact that the Panthers 2-1, probably would like to be 3-0. They probably had an opportunity to be 3-0. But with that said, they haven't played a complete game yet. And I don't know if you want to do that in your first 3 games of the season. Leaves room for improvement. But what I mean by that is offensively, defensively, special teams, minimizing penalties, executing. We're on. So she's doing it wrong.
So she's got something going on.
Yeah.
Shireen's telling us that we're unavailable. Video is unavailable on Table Rock Sports. So hopefully it sounds like we think we're on. And so we're going to continue talking to you guys and let you know what's going on here and streaming right now out there at midfield and going to see who wins the kickoff, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so main thing that I was getting back to is playing a complete game. And they haven't done that yet. The first game, the defense was doing pretty well. Offense kind of still finding their way. Defensively, the second game held them to 13 points. Panthers played good in first couple of drives of the game, but minus that, it wasn't a complete performance. Last week, it was more of an offensive performance, not so much a defensive performance. So that's where we are right now, and tonight would be a good night to get healthy, so to say, get right, move to 3-1, come up here and play a complete game as the McMinnville Grizzlies take the field.
And, watching these guys in warm-up, Boom, they had a spirited warm-up, and they got some big dudes. And they want to run the ball north and south on you. So, we're going to have to adjust defensively to that because last week we see triple option out of the pistol. Tonight we're going to see, little run right at you and maybe see an option here or there, but mainly they want to run the football at you.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a kickoff. Don't go anywhere, folks.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
So the Panthers have won the toss and have elected to receive here to start things off. Back to receive for the Panthers, Austin Boster. Here comes the kick, and here we go. Kick sends Boster back to about the 5-yard line. He will kind of jog slowly there, has a seam, gets out to about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will get started.
Well, we always talk pregame, Boom, about three sides of, three parts of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. McMinnville gets off to a good start, makes a good kickoff, good coverage there, and South starting inside their own 30.
Torrin Tuttle will come now into the huddle. Flanking Tunnel at the running back position will be Jamal Parnell. And the handoff will go to Parnell as he's able to pick up about a yard there or two there, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Just a little inside zone there that we love to run, get our offense started there, and give our running back Jamal an opportunity to cut back there. But McMinnville does a good job, sets the edge, and limits them to a 2-yard gain.
That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Alvarez here to the bottom of your screen. Boster to the top. Coda at the tight end position. Tuttle back to pass. Looks to scramble and run, and will be brought down there at about the 30-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 1, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 here early for the Panthers.
Good job there by the Grizzlies, kind of keeping them contained and setting the edge again, even though they didn't have a blitz or anything going. They just kind of kept them inside the pocket. And Tuttle's been very effective all year long of being able to use his feet and get outside the sticks, or outside the pocket, if you will, and gain yardage. But this time, Grizzlies shut him down.
Yeah, good job of staying in their lanes and not rushing past the quarterback, which will naturally create lanes for a quarterback. They didn't rush past the quarterback and held them at 3rd and 7. Here's a throw to the near side. Boster on the out route, and that's going to be complete for the first down. Torrin Tuttle to Austin Boster for about 12, 13 yards, and the Panthers pick up their first down.
And that's nothing crazy there, Boom. Just kind of move the sticks. You just run a little out route, and Tuttle doing a good job with his feet, staying composed in the pocket, makes a good pitch, and Boster makes a good catch there and move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now for the Panthers at the McMinnville 43. Trips here to the top of your screen. Coda's trying to get lined up. We got a screen out there to Alvarez. Makes a man miss, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Well, that's one kid we talked about. He made that huge play at Canby on defense with that interception at the end of the ball game to enable South to win that ball game. And last week has 3 touchdowns, and now we kind of get Bill's trying to get him involved early. Little double screen, look to the right, look to the left, and kind of get him involved early.
Probably playing with a lot of confidence as Alvarez after coming off that big week. 2nd and 6 here for the Panthers. We'll go 2-by-2 formation. 2 receivers here to the bottom of the screen, 2 to your top. Parnell in the backfield. He will shift a little inside handoff to Parnell, and that lean forward will give him a gain of about 2. So that's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 4 here, just short of midfield at the McMinnville 49. Line to gain is, at the Panthers 49. Line to gain is the McMinnville 47. So 3rd and 4 here. Big situation. Want to keep the drive alive and the chains moving.
Good job so far by McMinnville defense here. Nothing big. They did get a first down, move the sticks here. So a big 3rd down early in the game, and just see what kind of defense or what kind of team McMinnville has here out here tonight.
So trips here to the top. We almost got a delay of game timeout. Panthers, you see that back official back here. He puts his hand up, and that means that you have 5 seconds to get the play off before delay a game. So Panthers will call a timeout wisely. You don't want to go to 3rd and 9 there. So they're a little late getting the play in. And so that'll bring up remain 3rd down and 4. Panthers will talk about it.
And right there, you're talking about Boom. Right now, this is our 4th week. It's amazingly we were just opening, up on at Centennial, and then a home game at South for their check the box, and then we lose. And now we look to put a complete game together. And even though we did get a first down, South still doesn't appear to be in rhythm, not being able to run the football very well. 2 yards here, 3 yards there. Get a first down with Boster. Tuttle to Boster. And so this is kind of a big 3rd down for both teams.
Tuttle in the shotgun. Parnell to his right. Tuttle will drop back. Scramble out to his right. He looks right. And that will be incomplete as the ball was bounced in there to Boster, and out comes the punt team.
And I'll just say early on, McMinnville doesn't look like a team that got lit up by 42 or 49 by Roseburg. They look like they got some big dudes, and they're playing some good defense, and forced Tuttle out of the pocket there and had to throw it early and got to punt it away.
Zach Miller back to punt for the Panthers. Good snap. He's able to get it off. Down inside at about the 20. It takes a McMinnville bounce. Now it pops up, and South Medford's able to down it there at about the 24-yard line, and that's where McMinnville will get started. Led by quarterback
Cole Justice.
Cole Justice goes 6'1", 195 pounds, so a good-sized kid.
Good job there by the Panther defense, our Panther punt team. And Nate Krupp, who got that big touchdown in the end zone, Centennial, first week of the season, is there to cover that punt.
I formation, McMinnville downhill run, and they're able to pick up 5 or about there on first down. McMinnville will line up mostly in the I formation with the tight end, and there's that little wing back. In will come 82 now, big fella for the little guy, so look for a little double tight, smash mouth, I formation, downhill, at you kind of football.
Well, and if you're Coach Parnell, you're saying we know what they're going to do out of that I formation. You give them 5 yards on first down. Probably don't like that. You're going to have to toughen that up right now.
Double tight, 3 men in the backfield, and here comes a little power play, and his lean forward, and that's going to be enough for the first down. A pickup of about 6 there. And McMinnville moves the chains.
Again, nothing secret there about that play. We're just going to line up double tight, come right out you, and go downhill and out of that I formation, and able to move the chains. Big run right at them.
I formation. Here's a little toss. They're going to pull around, kick out. Rajon Sherrar able to make the tackle.
Big hit there. Come up, made a big hit, but that's the old nothing but, run left, run right, 29 toss, and, pick up 7-8 yards.
Yep. Double tight with a wing. I formation. Justice under center. Toss to the right. Student body right. South Medford makes the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And McMinnville will move the chains again.
Well, that's what Coach Vince Lombardi used to do. He'd run up the middle, he'd run off tackle, and he'd pitch it outside. He said he had a total of 6 plays.
Yeah.
Up the middle, off tackle to the right, and then pitch to the right, and then same thing to the left side. And he won a couple Super Bowls doing that. So this is definitely old school smash mouth football, Boom.
Now they're going to line up in kind of what looks like an unbalanced look here. Looks like an illegal formation. They're going to toss it out here to the left. Panther runs by and misses.
Yeah,
James Dwayne
like
on the tackle, but not before McMinnville picks up 4.
It looks like our force defender who was coming up there to make that tackle, he just he couldn't do it, and he hit positive yardage there, and McMinnville starts this game with a little momentum on offensive side of the ball.
Well, if you're the Panther defense, you got to get them off schedule. You got to get them in a predictable down, which is a 3rd and long. When they're able to pick up 4 at worst on first down, Panthers are going to see the run, and here comes a little hog inside counter back the other way, and they're going to be able to pick up 4 more. So that'll bring up 3rd and 2 now for the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are into Panther territory.
This looks like the offense I ran in 1968, 69, 70. Faked the pitch, hog counter up the middle, and very effective right there. 3rd and short now, and got the ball moving.
Back to the heavy personnel. 2 tight, 3 backs, under center. Here comes toss to the right. Panthers with good penetration. Stack them up. James Dwayne is there. And a good job holding off there as he could have whistle blew early, still up in the air. Looks like Dwayne could have maybe really forced him to the ground. So
showed a little discipline there, James Dwayne, and flying to the ball there. But good job by the entire Panther defense to penetrate that offensive line and force this big 4th down early in the ball game.
4th and 3 now. McMinnville runs the punt team on late. Look like they're going to line up and go for it. Rule number 1 on 4th and less than 5 in your own territory. First off, watch the ball. Second off, watch the fake. So you got to be heads up here if you're the Panthers.
And they got their quarterback, Cole Justice, up.
As the personal protector here.
So you never know.
Snap goes back to the punter. He punts it. Boster is back. He's got some room here. Stutter steps. Makes a man miss. Gets vertical. And good job there by Austin Boster catching the punt, making as much out of it as he could and not running sideways. So we got north-south. Good job by the Panthers defense on a critical 3rd and 2 situation. Coming up big, led by James Dwayne. They got a tackle for loss. Get the ball back here with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And I told you, Chief, this game is going to go fast because McMinnville's not going to throw it a lot. And, your potential for possession is very limited compared to if you're playing a team that throws it a lot and there's a lot of incompletions that stop the clock. So you might only get 5 or 6 possessions in this game, so you got to do something with it when you get it. Here's a little inside handoff. Isaac Dillon, not much doing there, and he gets back to about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 here for the Panthers.
Yeah, real quickly, back to our defense there on that 4th down play. That's the first time they dropped him for a loss in the entire quarter there, or at least their first possession. And again, I say that the Grizzly defense, I mean, they got some big dudes out there, and they're going to have to exploit them, and Bill's going to have to open it up a little bit, maybe a few those little bubble screens. Or
looks like McMinnville's playing a lot of man coverage on the outside, and if I got Boster and Alvarez on the outside, I'm going to utilize that with McMinnville lining 7 up in the box.
Yeah, tough to run against when you get 7 in the box like that and some big dudes up there. See, they're giving them a little room.
We're late
out there
again to get out of the huddle. Official's hand in the back is up. They just get the snap off. Here comes a little play action pass, and there's a strike from Tuttle to Boster on a comeback. That time was zone coverage. McMinnville did a nice job running that flat defender out there, but a great throw by Torrin Tuttle. Good protection up front. Good route by Austin Boster. Good finish by the Panthers there. Able to, and the Panthers are going to go hurry up here. 5 wide, Chief.
Yeah, and I thought that's something we got to change it up a little bit, get them out of the box, force them to play some defense on the outside.
Tempo. There's a little swing pass out to the top. Looked like Coda maybe missed the block there. Mitchell Walker picks up about 2.
Good job of Tuttle getting the ball out of his hand early and getting the ball out there. Mitch Walker's been a threat for the first 4 weeks of the season and picks up some positive yardage there, but going hurry up there, kind of getting them out of the defensive rhythm that they were in.
We're going to flip the formation now, are the Panthers. Tuttle in the shotgun. Coda lined up to the right, kind of a tray formation. Tuttle's going to sprint right. He's got Alvarez out there in the flat. Stutter steps, makes a man miss, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Good completion. Good job by Coach Singler moving the pocket there. Tuttle with a nice job getting his shoulders behind himself, making a good throw, and then Alvarez making the catch, getting upfield and getting enough for the first down and be able to move to 6.
Yeah, it was a fortunate call. They're blitzing from the blind side of Tuttle, and luckily we're sprinting away from the blitz, and Alvarez does a nice look, get it open quick, and Tuttle squares up his shoulders, gets his shoulders around, and gets that completion.
2 minutes and 17 seconds here left in the first quarter. No score. Tuttle back to pass. Finds Alvarez again. They got a tunnel screen set up. Alvarez stutter steps and is down to about the 44-yard line. A pickup of 8 there on first down. And now the Panthers are ahead of schedule here. 2nd and 2 opens up the playbook, and the Panthers are going to go hurry up, Chief.
Well, I like that. We haven't been able to run the ball effectively, so we got to open it up. We run the tunnel screen, pick up 8 yards on first down, like you said.
And look out for Tuttle running the ball here, Chief. There's a throw to the far side. Jamal Parnell makes a catch, gets vertical, and is going to get enough for the first down. I like Tuttle coming back to that, though, running the ball. And I'll tell you why. There's 5 guys in the box. Everybody's so worried about the perimeter. Now you fake one of those to the outside, and that thing is going to open up in the middle.
And he's got the athleticism to do that. He's been able to stay in the pocket and make throws, get it out of his hand quickly, but he's also great escaping the pocket and getting outside the pocket, or like you said, there's a quarterback draw right up the middle.
Tuttle drops back. He's going to go long. Boster's out there, runs through it. Touchdown, South Medford. Austin Boster from Torrent Tuttle. And the Panthers strike first.
Well, that's anytime you get man coverage out there on Boster, and I'm sure they've seen him on film now enough to know that he's going to be dangerous. He didn't get any safety help. He just runs right by that defender on the corner, and Tuttle hits him in stride, and great job by Boster running through it. Touchdown, South.
Panthers take a 6-0 lead here, late on the extra point team getting out. Great job of Boster running through it. Looked like Tuttle had overthrown him by a little bit. Kick is up, and it is good, and the Panthers take a 7-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go over that drive from the Panthers. Don't go anywhere.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Touchdown pass number 11 on the year for Torrent Tuttle. Touchdown reception number 5, I believe, or maybe 6 for Boster. And the Panthers take a 7-0 lead here. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. Kick is up. McMinnville on the return now. Zach Miller down there. Alvarez down there. Parnell down there. And the Panthers stop him there. Just past the 20. 7-0 lead, Chief. Just a few minutes ago, it looked like McMinnville was going to go down and score. Panthers D steps up, gets the ball back, goes down on a long drive, and get a score of their own. Yeah, and we talked about it real quick. They didn't run the ball very effectively on first possession, or even the second possession. They weren't running effectively, so Coach Singler decided to spread it out, throw a couple little tunnel screens, a little bubble screen, and then you get Boster deep on the fly and wide open touchdown in the end zone. Now Justice out of the shotgun. He puts the ball down on the ground. A little short completion. Panthers rally. They're going to be tackled for a loss. And now, you see that right there. You get them in the shotgun. You get them out of the things that they want to do early. I mean, it's late in the first quarter, so McMinnville, in my mind, they need to continue to do the things they were doing, keep the ball out of the Panthers' hand. That's run the ball at them. Then they get in the shotgun. Not very good job there of getting in the shotgun. They bobble the snap and then lose a yard even on a completion. Yeah, now into one of those predictable downs now if you're the Grizzlies. Panthers, nice job on first down of taking them out of what they want to do. Here comes a toss here on 2nd and 11. Good play there. I believe that was 43. Was it? No, I think that's James Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne, he's showing up tonight and playing well, and that's what he does really well is we coach, fly to the ball, rally the ball, and you want 11 hats to the ball. And but James Dwayne, somehow every night he finds a way to get there first. Yeah, he does. He's a big dude. He's 6'2", or he's probably more like 6'3". He looks me in the eye, and he's all of 200 pounds. And when I mean he's cut. He's ripped. He's worked his butt off in the weight room. It's great to have him back. And that is going to do it for the end of the first quarter. Panthers have a 7-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, McMinnville will have it 3rd and 9 deep in their own territory. Don't go anywhere.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed. From the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Oh, welcome back live here. 3rd and 9 for the Grizzlies. Panthers on defense trying to get the ball back as they scored late in the first quarter. Here's a sprint out right for Justice. Little comeback route to the bottom of your screen. Rajon Scherer breaks it up on that 3rd and 9 attempt. That's going to bring up 4th and 9 deep in their own territory, and probably time to punt for the Grizzlies, and it is as they sent the punt team out. Good job there by the Panthers getting a 3 and out, Chief.
Good job there by the quarterback coming close quickly, but, again, McMinnville getting in trips and sprinting right, not what they normally want to do, but great job there by the quarterback to come out and close quickly and force his punt.
And that's why first down. There's a snap that's high. Panthers go after it, unable to get it, and then it bounces back Boster. He goes back and gets it. He's trying to outrun him to the left. And steps out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Great job.
Good recovery there by the McMinnville punter. Great athletic play, catching that high snap and then being able to get the punt off.
Yeah, probably saved him 6 points right there, Boom, if that gets over his head. And not only he recovered and made the catch, he was able to get away a pretty good punt and got a good bounce. But to South Medford's credit, Foster recovers well too, catches a hop and picks up about 10, 12 yards on that return.
Yeah, probably ends up being about a gain of 20 compared to where that punt would have ended up. So 2-by-2 situation, 2 receivers to the right and left. Tuttle's going to come back with a screen now to Boster. And Mitchell Walker had the blown assignment there as he missed the block on the cornerback. And can't do that. That'll really upset Coach Singler, and that'll bring up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, they'll get you coming out of the game, talk to a coach if you miss that block and leave that Austin Boster out there on his own. But great job there, and I'm sure Grizzlies have seen that on tape a few times. That little, tunnel screen, if you will, or a little bob to Boster, and so they're not having none of that, Boom.
Sophomore Braden Woods on the tackle for McMinnville. Snap to Tuttle. Tuttle sprinting right. He's going to kind of pull up and then throw a strike across the field. Boster is there for the catch. And that's going to be enough for the first down.
And, that again, Tuttle uses athleticism kind of getting out of the box, and Boster just has this uncanny, he has a way to get open, and it was nothing more than a little comeback, a little 10 to 12-yard out, a little comeback hitch, or, he kind of broke it off, and he's wide open, but Tuttle just set his feet and threw a strike.
1st and 10 now at midfield. Tuttle now under center for the first time. Motion man is Carson Joe. And we got a whistle. False start against the Panthers.
And, that happens a lot these days. We're in the gun, 75% of the time. You get under center, and bad things happen. It's been that way for South as well. We've had trouble with the snap out of the gun as well as under center. That time just not getting the play off right and get illegal motion or too much time. I'm not even sure what that call was, but got to clean that up.
Tuttle back under center. Joe will go in motion. And we're going to have another penalty. False start again.
I can hear Bill up in the box right above us, Boom, and he's not liking that. And I don't know. We had a little motion there. Carson Joe, he's a sophomore fullback, middle linebacker kind of kid, and played very well early in the season. And goes in motion. I didn't see it if a lineman jumped, but it's 2 in a row now. Makes it 1st and 20.
Panthers now well behind the sticks here. They'll take Joe out. They'll bring Walker back in. Tuttle back to pass. They got a little screen set up. Parnell is going to get taken down for a loss of about a yard, as both offensive linemen were out in front there, decided that they didn't want to block the 2 guys coming at them.
Coach DJ, defensive coach, line coach for South, he had it set up. He had his guys out in front, and Grizzlies just run past the blocking there assignments there. But a lot of times when you run those screens, it's really tough on the linemen because defenders see it, the ball, and they see the ball carrier, but our offensive linemen don't see it, and a lot of times they think that they're not ready to go yet, and the running back is, and so is the defense.
Tuttle in the gun, 2 backs. Tuttle drops back. Little post corner, but Boster, they got him, and he drops it.
Wow,
Austin Boster had it in his hands, ran a great route, a great 7 route there on the post corner, and it looked like he just peeked it upfield a little soon. And
well, I was just going to say, Boom, at 3rd and 20 with when you got a kid like Tuttle, a kid like Boster, they're going to run that 7 route, they're going to run the post route, they're going to run that double move, and nothing's too much to move the sticks. And that time, and that's the first time I've seen it all year, and maybe in a couple years, that Austin just dropped the ball. And like you said, he's looking downfield early.
Got to look it in. Little things, right? Snap back. Tuttle hands off to Parnell and kind of maneuvers his way, and only able to get a yard there on 3rd and California. It's 3rd and 21.
Well,
so the Panthers will punt.
Yeah, 3rd in California or 3rd in Portland. I'm not sure how far from Portland we are, but that's about the distance they needed to move the chains there. And so kind of have to take your medicine, give the ball to Parnell and see if they're playing too deep, maybe get a first down. Instead, they're punting the ball.
Miller back to punt for the Panthers. Snap is a good one. Miller gets it off. It's a good punt. Rajon Sherrar.
And Sherrar comes down and closes quickly, but I think we're going to get a helmet-to-helmet, Boom.
I don't know what else you're supposed to do there.
No, and
he went with his shoulder.
And it looked like he was trying to make a fair catch, but
he didn't make a fair catch.
No. But it looked like he was trying to do something with his hands. Didn't know what to do it, so he caught the ball, and the defender gets there. Sherrar gets there, same time as the ball, and it looked like a good play, but...
We're going to take a break. When we come back, McMinnville will go on offense.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning
And we're back live here as McMinnville takes over on their own 40 after the penalty. Justice under center for the Grizzlies. Double tight with a wing. Now the wing goes in motion. Looks like he fumbled the snap. Justice just tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's battling forward. Panthers gang tackle him there. He's able to pick up about 1.
Great job rallying to the ball there, flying around their defense all over Justice there. But like you said, Boom, looked like they didn't get a good snap and able to fall forward for a yard and a half, couple yards there. But the prior play was that helmet to helmet, and the flag came out immediately. And as a result, that Braden Woods, I believe the punt returner, was injured on the play. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
McMinnville will stay in their double tight formation with their wing back out of I formation. Here's a little counter toss play. Panthers are there. He's able to push forward with second effort to pick up about 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. There was 7 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second quarter.
Good job by the offensive line there for the Grizzlies, moving that pile forward, and good job by the running back, lowering shoulder pads and leaning forward to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there.
Big 3rd down and 3 here. Justice under center. He's going to turn around, hand off. Great defense and pursuit by the Panthers. Nothing doing there, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
First on the play again, number 43, James DeWayne, and a lot of Panthers following him, but he got the helmet there first. Good job on 3rd and short, 3rd and 3, and forced the punt.
So under 7 minutes here, 4th down and 5. McMinnville sends the punt team onto the field. Like I said early, 4th and less than 5. Got to be careful for the snap count. Don't jump. Got to be careful for the fake if you're the Panthers. Snap goes back to the punter. He's able to get it off. It's going to take 1 hop. Boster hustling down, and that's going to skirmish away out of bounds. And the Panthers will take over there at the 17-yard line. 6:28 left. Here on Table Rock Sports Live. Boomer Marshall on the call. Dan Marshall, the chief, on the color commentary. Boomer Marshall on the video tonight. So double duty for me. Having a good time with that.
Well, I have a tough time seeing the roster. Or, otherwise I would volunteer to do that video, but I can't even see the roster. So I don't know, people out there listening or watching, have you ever seen one of these high school varsity rosters or any roster?
Here comes the toss, and that's Zach Miller. Miller's going to stop, come back opposite side of the field, and he's going to be wrapped up there, and the Panthers are going to lose 7 yards on 1st down. So tough sledding on the ground. We've said it all night. Panthers can't get a yard even rushing. And
I think Bill he wants to establish something on the ground, but unable to there. And talking about the roster, everybody on the roster there for McMinnville was on that tackle. Good job of setting the edge out there on the left side, and Zach, tried to make too many moves and trying to get back the other way. And usually when you do that, bad things happen.
Tuttle back under center. Carson Joe's going to go in motion. Tuttle, play action, will roll to his right. Coda in the second level makes the catch there, and it's going to be close for a 1st down. And they are going to mark him in front of the chains, and that's going to be a Panther 1st down. Good play action pass there by the Panthers. Tuttle rolling to his right. That outside linebacker came up on Carson Joe. Carson Coda then snuck in that second level behind that linebacker. Good job from Tuttle to find him.
I like that, and we talked about you have to have a 2nd and 3rd receiver, and you got Alvarez established himself last week, and we got Carson over the middle, for a few times, and now on the second level, I like that play action sprint out and find Carson. He's a big target, and he's a load.
By the way, Chase Coda last week, huge. Chase, if you're listening, so proud of you, man, for sticking with it. Tuttle rolls to his left, throws a strike down to Alvarez, who's free. He makes a man miss and almost breaks free. Trey Alvarez out past midfield. A great throw rolling to his left there by Tuttle. Good route by Alvarez, and he was 1 man away from taking it all the way, Chief.
Yeah, Aiden Coburn right there. 5'8" junior comes up and just kept Alvarez from going in. Otherwise, another touchdown there for Alvarez. And But a great job by Tuttle, getting his shoulders turned around there, wide open for Alvarez, then makes yards after the catch, and great job by number 4, Aiden Coburn, to keep him out of the end zone.
Tuttle back under center, Joe at fullback, Zach Miller at tailback. And here comes a handoff to Miller, who cuts it back. He's got some daylight. He's going to try to finish the run here, pushing to the 30. McMinnville will wrap him up there, and looks like they got marked just short. So the Panthers pick up 9 yards there on first down. Oh, they're marking it enough for the first down. Sorry, I was looking at the far side. They're going to spot him down at the 30-yard line, and another first down for the Panthers. Here with 4:13 and counting left in the second quarter, the Panthers could get a score and milk most of this clock. They'd be good business going into the second half there, Chief.
Well, that was textbook inside zone running. The offensive line got out there in front, allowed our tailback to cut back against the grain, and that's what you want him to do. And he did a great job of that and picks up the first down on first down.
Tuttle back under center, Joe at fullback, Miller still the tailback. Here comes a little power play, and Miller lunges back to get to the original line of scrimmage there as backside. I don't know how you let that, it's a backside backer run through backer on the backside. And that's got to be your center blocking back there. So, fullback kick out, guard pulling through play. Old school power play.
Should not have
that weak side A gap. That's the center guy, or if he came through the B gap, that's the tackle stepping down. That left tackle stepping down. So, that was a bust there. And 2nd and 10 now. 3 minutes, 7 seconds, and counting. Tuttle back in the gun. We'll go 4 wide. Coda in the slot, top of your screen. Here's a play action. Boster to the post, and that's going to be overthrown.
Boster wanting a flag there, like got grabbed or something, but it looked like I don't see a flag down, and it looked like he cut his route off, and Tuttle thought he's going to the post, and he's running a curl, it looked like. And,
that's the old snake route where Walker went to the corner. Boster was yelling at his teammate that you didn't get to the corner fast enough, because when he runs that post off of his backside, the corner's got to go first, and if Boster's waiting, it nullifies his route. And
it ends up almost being an interception if he doesn't throw it.
3rd and 10 here. Tuttle drops back. He's going to go across the middle. Coda lunges forward, and that's going to be enough for the first down on the old San Francisco 3-jet red bingo cross.
I love that. I love that play. And anytime you can get the ball to Coda like that over the middle, he's a big target, got good hands, and he looks like one of those.
Coda's running a 12-yard in from the tight end spot. The guy in the slot, Walker's running a 2-yard in, so he's the number 2 receiver. He's coming across. He's bringing those linebackers up. Coda's filling in behind in the second level, and a great job from Tuttle to find Coda as he found the soft spot in the zone. Here's motion. Alvarez in the flat. He's open there, makes the catch, turns upfield, tries to cut back, and I believe that's going to be enough for another first down for the South Medford Panthers. Here with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Panthers lead 7-0, trying to add to their lead and maybe take a 2-score advantage into the half, Chief.
Hey, good job there by Tuttle by getting rid of the ball in a hurry, and Alvarez coming underneath. Good job there. Get down to first and goal. And
this looks like the old San Francisco 49ers offense. And, bingo cross to Brent Jones. And they got John Taylor in motion, hit him in the flat. This is all West Coast old stuff that Bill Singler learned from the best football coaching Bill of all time, Bill Walsh. 2-back situation here, tight end to the top of your screen. Play action. He's got Carson Joe in the flat. Joe drops the ball.
He not only dropped the ball, he paid for it, Boom. A little high behind him. And the defensive back came up and closed on him, and he was trying to high point that near the out of bounds on the sideline, and Carson, he just paid for it. He got hit hard. Probably saying something to Torrin, hey, I wasn't that open, I don't know.
Well, everything gets really fast down here towards the goal line. Here's a handoff. Miller takes a cutback, pushing forward, leaning down inside the 2-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal here from the 2-yard line, a minute 29 and counting.
Good news there by the offensive line. A pretty good hole there inside the red zone and inside the 8-yard line to pick up 5 or 6 yards. Almost get in there, but noticeably from the second half last week, Zach Miller getting a lot of touches here tonight in the second quarter.
Under a minute 10 and counting. They go back to single back, so it's Tuttle and Miller in the backfield. Whistle blows it dead. And it's going to be encroachment on the defense, neutral zone infraction, as the defense came across, which is a big penalty here. It's going to put it a yard closer. Was on the 2. It's going to be 3rd and goal now from the 1. They went to a single back situation there, and doing so, that creates a running ability, I think, for Tuttle here. Panthers are going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. And why it's critical to go back into the shotgun there. You can spread the field horizontally against them and make sure, and they're going to have to tip their hand. They're probably going to be playing man coverage. So one thing I would do if I'm calling plays right now, we just hit Alvarez in the flat after he went in motion. That would be my first play I would go to right now. Reason is, he comes across in motion, they're playing man, it's tough to stay with him. You're going to have him wide open in the flat. Second reason is, if the guy does come in motion with them and he's able to stop that play, now Tuttle is broken contain, and if he's able to break contain, they're playing man coverage. There's no zone defense behind him that's able to come up and make a tackle on Tuttle in the open field, because if somebody leaves their man in man coverage, then that person's going to be wide open. So that's why it's great to have the run-pass option down here. Let's see if Bill wants to do it. Doesn't always necessarily like to do it going to his left, but don't be afraid if Tuttle keeps the ball here because of his athleticism, and hasn't done it much tonight so far. So
2-down scenario, I'm sure. I mean, you get 2 downs, get it in the end zone. Kind of starts sprinkling here a little bit, Boom.
Tuttle under center. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. He dives for the end zone. No signal yet. Looks like he's in from here, and yes, there it is. Touchdown, South Medford. Torrin Tuttle keeps it himself, and the Panthers have a 13-0 lead.
Good job there by Tuttle to find that little hole, a little seam right there, right behind center, and pick his way and dive in just enough to get the touchdown.
Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it is good, and the Panthers take a 14-0 lead. We're going to take one with them. Come be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
And welcome back here. McMinnville High, the Panthers lead 14-0. There goes the kick from Allen. McMinnville looking to set up the return. And out to about the 29-yard line goes the McMinnville returner. That's where the Grizzlies will take over with 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. South Medford leading 14-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run from Torrin Tuttle. They also got a score in the first quarter when Tuttle hooked up with Boster for 47 yards on the Panthers' first score.
You know, give McMinnville a lot of credit. Only down 2 scores here, and very late in the first half, Boom. So
a little fullback dive, trying to push, nothing there.
With South's explosive offense, you know, I think the game plan, obviously, for McMinnville is keep them off the field. And they've done a pretty good job of that, even being down 2 scores. But if you give them the ball, they're going to throw it around the field a little bit, and weather's not really a factor, even though it is beginning to rain here, Boom. 96% chance of rain.
It's at a 4% chance of rain before the kickoff throughout from about 7 to 10 tonight, and if you're up by Salem or Portland at this time of year, it's going to rain on you, and McMinnville's going to just take it into the half. And the Panthers will take a 14-0 lead here into the half. Torrin Tuttle, outstanding performance there in the first half. Defense stepped up when they needed to. The return of James Dwayne makes a huge difference. And we talked about that before the kickoff tonight. And he's proving it now on the field. Nice to have 43 back.
Yeah, Tuttle's doing his thing. Bosser's doing his thing. Alvarez has been part of it. Zach Miller's running the ball a little bit. The defense is certainly doing their part, and James Dwayne, a big part of that, coming back from a game suspension.
We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere when we come back. We'll have scoring summaries of the first half of the 15-minute halftime. And so we'll be right back.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just a dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
And we're back. We're going to take another quick break. The 36-0 in the first quarter. Hello, welcome back. A couple score updates for you. Obviously, South Medford leading 14-0 here at halftime over the McMinnville Grizzlies. North Medford leads over Mountain View 14-0. That's still in the second quarter. St. Mary's on the road at Gold Beach leads 36-0. Maybe still in the first, says the first quarter. Could be the second quarter. So those are the scores and updates I got so far.
St. Mary's got a great little ball club this year, Boom, and offensively their quarterback, I know you have a tough time pronouncing that kid's name, but I've seen him play baseball, I think, and I'm not sure if he's a hooper or not, but he's a heck of a quarterback, and throwing up some big numbers early in that game. And then North, Mountain View, they just beat Grants Pass or lose?
They lost to him 49-43, but played him tough.
So give them kind of gives you an idea of where Grants Pass and North are, and in comparison to, at least a team that they both played.
So we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have stats, summary, updates, Don't go anywhere.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Hello and welcome back here to McMinnville High School, Wortman Field. We are at halftime. The Panthers leading 14-0 over the McMinnville Grizzlies. Panthers got out to a fast start, well, on their second drive, Chief. Offensively, Torrin Tuttle hooked up with Austin Boster for 47 yards on a streak down the far sideline.
Yeah, they started off a little bit slow. They couldn't establish a run and forced to punt their first possession. I think that the first time moved the sticks, Tuttle to Boster, and then that drive kind of sputtered out, had to punt the ball away, and then McMinnville able to do what they wanted to do early on, establish a run, move the chains 2 or 3 times before punting, and then right at the end of the first quarter, maybe Tuttle finds a streaking Boster down the sideline, wide open. After about 4 or 5 completions, spread the field, little bubble screen, little tunnel screen, a little out, and then streaking Boster to get 7-0. And then the Grizzlies kind of got out of their game plan a little bit there, but to their credit, they're keeping it very close. And then the Panthers go in with less than a minute and a half on the old tank play, although Tuttle kind of find a little seam there between the center and the right guard and scoring on a quarterback sneak right at the end of the half.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that South Medford only had the ball 4 times, as did McMinnville. So you scored half your possessions. Usually you're happy about that. Maybe that's why you see Coach Singler trying to hurry the tempo up a little bit, so he can get more possessions. Because usually you'd like to possess the ball 5 to 6 times and a half, if not more. When you get only 4 possessions, it makes it difficult. Like you got to be really proficient or efficient to be able to get 2 touchdowns out of 4 drives. That's a good half of offense. Like when you look at the Roseburg score of 49-0, that tells me that Roseburg got up 14-0 right away, and then McMinnville got away from what they do, throwing the ball, turn it over. They're not taking time off the clock, and so that's why comparative scores don't work in a nutshell. You just can't look at them and say, this is how it was, because games have different tempos, they have different ideas, they have different flows. And, this flow, South Medford had to play McMinnville's tempo in this first half. To their credit, they have a 2-score lead, and McMinnville hasn't really moved the ball past midfield yet. Yeah, and I like the Grizzlies' game plan, obviously contrast this game with last week, and it's 51-43, so 84 points scored. Right. And Grizzlies obviously seeing some tape of that game and saying, hey, well, we can't let their offense touch the ball that many times. And to their credit, they keep Panthers to 4 possessions and kind of keeping it close here. But somehow the Grizzlies are going to have to find a way to get in the end zone to get back in this one, because right now it looks like Panthers D with James Dwayne back. They're having nothing of that running game, and it doesn't look like they're able to throw the ball that effectively. And, 50 seconds left in the first half. They just were happy to run one play and get out of here 14-0. If I was McMinnville staff with the big guys that I have, I would have been saying, hey, let's get back. Let's go run the ball like they did, like Liberty did last week against South. So right, they haven't been able to do that. So credit the Panthers and their adjustments during this week and what they've done to prepare. Obviously, James DeWayne being back helps, but it takes a collective effort, and those kids are out there, and they've responded to the challenge that Liberty laid last week for them as a defense, and they're probably sick of hearing about over 400 yards and 53. And, they're totally different type of offense. Where Liberty's a lot of misdirection, running the triple option out of the pistol formation, running that hog counter out of different formations, running that, getting out on the edge. And basically what I saw last week, even though I wasn't at the game, I watched it on Table Rock Sports and you and Vincent doing that, was, they just got to the edge and, out played South all night on the edge and be able to run that fly sweep, able to run the power game, and then come back with a hot counter, where the Grizzlies are more I formation and old school football, and they got the guys to do it up front, but so far South's defense has had an answer. They have, and so there's about 2 minutes left before the free 3 minutes comes. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, preview the second half and take a look at the scores around the valley.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lake who made it all possible. Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Oh, welcome back. Panthers take the field here. About to get the second half started. Fans, make sure after tuning in at TableRockSports.net tonight after the game, go stop by Arby's, 41 East Stewart Street. Arby's, we have the meats for sandwiches. And go by, grab something from there. They help out Table Rock Sports. And plus they have tremendous food. We had it the other night. Mozzarella sticks, Chief. What'd you have, the Italian?
Yeah, but we had the lean cuisine. You know, we had the
no bread.
Watching our calories, and it was great. It was basically a sandwich salad kind of thing without the bread, but it was very good considering there's no bread.
I had a beef and cheddar.
They had the meat, so
extra horsey sauce. Nailed it. I had to say that one home for my sister, Emily Brink, who's listening, I'm sure.
And talking about Emily Brink,
yeah, my little sister.
North Medford getting big wins.
Assistant volleyball coach for the Black Tornado. You know, it's still tough to come out of my mouth saying that, supporting her as a Black Tornado.
You know, then Roseburg played them tough. They beat them in the first set, and then North kind of got back in. This was at home, and watched that on Table Rock as well since we were out of town, Boom. And the girls did a great job fighting back, and North Medford wins 3-1. And so they got it going on over there in North Medford volleyball.
And North Medford football, as North Medford has a 21-0 lead over Mountain View with 31 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's an impressive team right now. They've, they haven't played, they haven't played tough teams, or at least based in the power rankings. But Ben certainly is. Our Mountain View is certainly a good ball club. In fact, isn't Steve Turner, wasn't he either a former coach, or he was over there for quite some time?
Yep, he was. So we got a minute 10 before we're going to kick things off. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, second half action coming your way.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility.
Welcome back. Panthers about to kick it off here as we get the third quarter started. And here we go. Kickoff goes deep, pushes the returner back inside the 5. Stutter steps, has a seam, and Out to about the 29 goes McMinnville, and that's where they'll get things started here in the third quarter.
Good job by the kickoff team in eliminating inside the 30. Anytime you can do that, you're doing a good job. Obviously, like it inside the 20, but looking at who made the tackle there for the Panthers, Phoenix Riddle comes up and makes a tackle on special teams.
Back to the double tight I formation wing. Play action pass. Quarterback's got a man out here in the corner, but through his hands for McMinnville on first down, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Good looking play there, just good looking design, and Justice kind of just little roll right, sprint right a little bit, and has the guy open and right through his hands there, which would have started out of character for the Grizzlies. Want to run the ball first, it looks like, but had an open guy there and missed an opportunity.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Justice will now go into the shotgun.
And we were talking about the Roseburg game. Like you said, all of a sudden now they're out of what they want to do when they came in. Now they're in the gun versus
got
out
a
of the
man
eye.
running on the field late. About to be a delay of game for McMinnville. It isn't. They're going to run a fly sweep. And the Panthers are able to make the tackle after gain of about 4.
And I think that might have been option number 2. If you can't run at it, is up the middle without the eye, then let's spread it out and let's give it to that. Let's try to get the edge like Liberty did all week last week.
Yeah.
And South came up late, but still we were able to stop them short of first down.
3rd and 5 or so. Here comes the blitz from the Panthers. Man on the curl, and that's going to be in there for the catch. McMinnville will move the chains.
Good job there by Cole Justice, the quarterback. Gets a little high snap, kind of bobbing a little bit, hung with it, hits the guy on a little hitch pattern, just kind of enough to move the chains, and a little seam in the Panther defense, and Justice found him wide open there, first down. Good catch.
Back to the I formation. Here's the pitch. It's on the ground. Ball's still loose. McMinnville is on top of it. But a loss of about 11 yards there, Chief. 10 or 11 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20 plus.
You know, they did a good job in the first half by not turning the ball over and able to, keep possession of the ball and keep the ball away from South. But those kind of plays there where you lose after picking up a first down and then lose 10 yards on just a short little pitch that should be just like a handoff. You got to execute better than that, or you'll get South offense on the field in a hurry.
So 2nd and 20. McMinnville trips here to the bottom of your screen. Back to passes Justice. He gets flushed up, and he's going to be tackled there after he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 3rd and 20. Good pressure there by the Panthers.
They set the edge and don't let him get outside that pocket, and he steps up, and there's a Panther defender right there. So good job by Panther defense, and when you got to go second and like to California or second in Portland, now you got the same thing. You get behind the sticks. It's tough play. Tough play call. They haven't gained 20 yards in a play all night, Boom.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 20 here. Panthers in a good position defensively. Trips to the top of your screen for this McMinnville group. He's going to sprint left. Justice tries to make a move up in the pocket. Panthers are there for the sack. Looked like, I didn't see the number, maybe 23 for the Panthers.
Looked like Kodu is in there as well. Got a hand on him at 23 for the Panthers. Liam Stedman.
Punt team on for McMinnville here, so the Panthers will get the ball back. About 8:27 left in the third quarter. Kind of a high snap. Stedman had a chance to block it. That's off the side of the foot. Will bounce out of bounds at about the Panther 43. That's where Torrin Tuttle and the offense will take over, leading 14-0. Panther D comes out, gets a stop, gets the ball back to their offense, and Panthers here look to put something together. Chief, go down the field and get another score.
Good job by the Panther defense to open the second half, and after the first down, move the sticks, they get the fumble and kind of shoot themselves in the foot, and then you get a block on the punt. Panthers set up pretty good at their own 43-yard line.
Panthers will come out. Tuttle under center. Connor Joe at fullback. Coda tight end to the bottom of your screen. Here's a little toss to Jamal Barnell, who makes a little cut. Stutter steps back and able to lean forward for about 6 yards there on first down. So a good pickup for the Panthers as they stay on schedule here early in downs, Chief.
And, I think what Coach Singler was trying to do here is kind of establish a run a little bit more in the second half. And if it's there, he'll use it. If not, then he'll spread it back out, and very effectively spreading it out. But good job there by Parnell. Just like his brother, you can't get a big hit on him. He's got his shoulder pads down, head moving forward. Tough, shifty runner, picks up 6 or 7 yards right there.
Foster to the bottom of your screen. Trey Alvarez to the top. Tuttle will be in the gun. Connor Joe at that wingback position. Now Tuttle looks to run. He bounces it outside, running for the first down stake. And then the ball comes out late. See where they spot it. He looked like he was about to be a yard short, but that fumble, that ball bounced backwards to about right at midfield. So instead of having 3rd and 1 now, the Panthers will have 3rd and 3 right at midfield. So a critical down right here for the Panthers to be able to pick this up, keep the drive going. You want to get another score on the board.
Well, Tuttle's done that effectively through the first 3 weeks as well as the 4th week. They set up running plays for him, he has athleticism to do that. The quarterback closed quickly and was able to get his hand on that ball just as Tuttle's about ready to pick up that first down, knocks it back about 3 or 4 yards. So still in good shape here at midfield.
3rd and 4, big situation, or 3rd and 3 here. 2 backs in the backfield. Back judge's hand is up. They got to get the snap off. They're going to get a delay of game. Timeout, South Medford.
Well, that's talked about that, this entire season. That's some of the things you got to clean up, and good time out there by South so we don't go 3rd and 8.
Got to get the play in sooner. I mean, it's taken 15, 20 seconds to get the play in, and when it takes that long, you don't have time to come up to the line of scrimmage and get out of a play that, frankly doesn't look good at the line of scrimmage, as it looked like Torrin Tuttle and the Panthers were trying to do. So got to get that play in quick and get up to the line and run it.
I think I was critical at the Centennial game. I'm jokingly critical when we were calling plays in from the sideline with our backup quarterback and coach, quarterback coach, and calling in the plays. But when you're 10 or 15 feet from the sideline, go ahead and verbally make that call. I think you're going to be fine there. But I'm not sure, like you said, he was trying to audible out of something or just didn't get the call in quick enough, Boom.
Yeah. 3rd and 3 here at midfield. Panthers break from the sideline. Connor Joe in the game with Parnell. Trey Alvarez and Coda to the bottom of your screen. Boster to the top of your screen. Tuttle in the gun. McMinnville looks like they're showing pressure. Here's the snap. Tuttle fakes the handoff, dumps it out to Parnell, who had to dive to make the catch, but did so, and that's going to be enough for the first down as the Panthers and they're going to mark it as a 4th down. They only had to get to the 47-yard line, so I don't know what this guy at the bottom, the official at the bottom of our screen, that's more than enough for the first down, as the Panthers only had to get to the 47. They're at the 46.
Little trouble on that mark.
And now they've moved the ball back a full yard.
I think it's
still a first down, so
by a lot. Actually, a good job there, but they're covering Boster out there, man up, and then they got a safety over the top or a corner over the top. So they're manning them, and then somebody on top. So Alvarez, or in this case Jamal Parnell, just open there out of the backfield. Nice little throw there by Tuttle and under pressure, and get the first down.
Tuttle in the gun, Parnell to his right. Connor Joe at that wing position at fullback. Tuttle's going to take off. Parnell makes a block. Tuttle looks to reverse field, cuts it back. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, lowers his shoulder. It finishes the run, and the Panthers and Torrin Tuttle have another first down. Great creativity on the run there by the quarterback for the South Medford Panthers. Didn't see anything there initially. Ended up winding it back and and reading some blocks, gets to the open field and makes a nice play, Chief.
Well, I think it was a called play. It was right. They want to run the ball with them. They've done that several times this year, but nothing there. And defender gets in the backfield and forces Tuttle to go to his left, and he has athleticism and athletic ability to do that, picks up the first down.
1st and 10 at the McMinnville 33. Here in a 2-by-2 formation. 2 receivers at the top, 2 to the bottom. Jamal Parnell will shift to the left of Tuttle. Here's the snap, the handoff to Jamal Parnell as he runs that right side. In comes a flag from the white hat after Parnell picked up maybe a couple in the area of holding, and that's what we have.
Well, usually when the white hat throws it back there, you're going to get a hold, and he threw it early. So we're just going to blame Coach DJ on that. What do you got there, guys holding? It's illegal. We can't do that.
Yeah. Come on, DJ.
Seriously, though, anytime you're going to run the ball, you have an opportunity to hold somebody, and you could probably call it just about on every play. It just happened to be right in the White Hats field house and able to see it right there, or wheelhouse and see it right there.
I'm going to move it back to the 43-yard line here. Panthers 1st and 20. See if they can overcome that penalty, maybe pick up a first down, maybe score a touchdown. In another 2-by-2 formation, Tuttle in the gun. Little man coverage with 2 behind it. Great play by Tuttle as he fakes a screen pass, stutter steps, makes a miss out in the open field and down to the 35-yard line. Torrin Tuttle saw that DN for McMinnville read that screen. He pumped it. The whole center of the field opened up. He put his head down, was able to run, made a man miss in the open field, and was able to pick up a couple more. So
great job
good job by
yeah.
not predetermining what I'm going to do with the ball, playing quarterback, making a good decision, and
if he
a good result.
He throws it to Boster, that's going to get pick 6. So good read there by Tuttle, and good discipline not to throw that ball out there.
2nd and 12. Tuttle drops back. Across the middle, Dakota, and he has it. Breaking tackles, leans forward, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down. And that same crossing pattern they hooked up in the first half with the underneath crosser and Coda behind the linebackers. Tuttle sat and put it weight on his back foot, let it rip. Coda found the open window, and when you're 6'4", 240, what a target to have in Carson Coda.
Starting to look like that Brent Jones tight end, the old San Francisco 49ers, getting to the second level. And, we said that early in the season, we got to be able to hit that tight end over the middle. We got a perfect guy to do that. And Coda looks like he's getting a little more comfortable there at that position, and everybody's getting more comfortable making that play.
Carson Joe now back at the tailback spot, the sophomore fullback. Tuttle in the gun. Looks like he's changing the play. Corner will soften up a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't take a shot here. Here comes a slant. Alvarez a little bit high, and Alvarez went up for it. Took a shot in the back. Didn't come down with it. McMinnville player is down. Alvarez is kind of checking, taking inventory on his body at least.
Well, I like that check off, and come back to the field and hit the guy on the slant. He was open. He just kind of let it go and kind of flew on him a little bit and got his receiver out there. And a good job by the defender to come up and make a tough hit. And both of them got a little shook up on that play.
He has made it to the sideline now, so we should be good to go. This is 2nd and 10 here. 4:29 remaining in the third quarter. Panthers driving on about the 22-yard line of McMinnville.
I think that was Aiden Corbin on the play that saved that touchdown in the first half when Alvarez was going to break away, and he made that shoestring tackle. He comes up there and makes that big hit there.
Tuttle in the gun. Drops back to pass. He's going to go Boster. Back shoulder fade. And just out of the reach. What a great ball there from Tuttle. Good read to throw the back shoulder. The corner had topside leverage and put it only in a place where his receiver could get it. Good play there by the DB coming back and knocking it away maybe.
Good job out there. Obviously Boster has the Grizzlies' attention and getting man pressure at the line and bump and run at the line, and then looking at a back shoulder fade, and the corner closed quickly, but Tuttle putting it where only one guy can catch it, and that's Boster, and almost comes up with it.
3rd and 10 here. Tuttle back to pass. They blitz. Tuttle rolls to his right, throws it up. And the Panthers, was that out of bounds, Chief? I'm looking through the camera.
Yeah,
that's out of bounds.
That's going to be well out of bounds, but, we talked about athleticism. Now we got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be a late flag on South. I'm not sure. Going to be a personal foul or holding. But Tuttle did a good job of escapability and escaping out of the pocket and then throwing that up, but just no way.
Interesting that they're going to take the penalty here, Chief, and make it 3rd and 20 rather than 4th and 10.
No, I think they're making a mistake there, giving 2 chances inside the 35-yard line with this offense. I think I'd go 4th and 10 and take my chances with 1 down.
Yeah. I know it's 10 yards, but pick up 10 yards here and have first and 10.
Yeah, and this is a prolific offense for South, and they got
Tuttle rolling to his left. Got a guy on the wheel. He's out there. Boster, touchdown. Tuttle to Boster, touchdown, South Medford.
Well, great pitch and catch there. Great throw, getting out there, sprinting to his left, getting his shoulders turned, and then Boster coming free on the wheel. He's wide open. And
call that the chair route, Chief, out and up.
Down, out, and up, the old double move, and a great throw there by on a dime.
I believe his 12th touchdown pass this year. Torrin Tuttle hooks up with Boster, 2nd on the night. Tuttle to Boster. Panthers take the lead, 21-0. Let's take a look at the replay, Chief. Here they are, about to break the huddle. Oops, I got to hit cut to you guys. There we go, about to break the huddle. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. Remember, it's 3rd and 20. They took the penalty, which gave them room to run this play. Boster to the bottom of your screen. Tuttle rolls left. A little out and up out there from Boster. Throws on the money. Camera's a little late. Boster there for the touchdown. So I'm trying to call the action and do the camera, but nonetheless, Panthers 21, McMinnville 0. Tuttle responsible for 3 touchdowns tonight, 6 last week, 9 over the last 7 quarters, 6.5 quarters, and really starting to find his way as the Panther signal caller.
Yeah, starting to feel real comfortable there, and I thought it was a wheel route, but you're right, but it was a chair or the old down, out, and up, and they Boster has his way of getting open anytime that South has needed it so far this year, and he's wide open on that play.
You know, if you decline the penalty, it's 4th and 10. Probably don't have enough room to run the out and up, so.
Yeah, I thought it was a bad call or decision.
Give him 2 shots at it? Like, come on.
Yeah, this offense is it's a very prolific offense right now, and Tuttle getting very comfortable, like you say, so see if Grizzlies can answer here.
There's a quick pass out to the outside. Good play by Rajon Sherrar as he came up and made the tackle. Only a pickup of 2 for McMinnville, and this is where McMinnville now down 3 scores has to kind of get out of their game plan and start to play catch up a little bit, which plays into the Panthers' favor. So
good job there by Luke Allen coming up with Sherrar there on that tackle as well. And they got some guys out there, they got a great team defense going right now for tonight, making some adjustments, and Dwayne back in the game. Panthers.
Here's a little draw from McMinnville. James Dwayne is there to make the tackle. Close to the first down is McMinnville, so that'll bring up a 3rd and about 1.5, 3rd and 2 or so.
Well, good call there by the Grizzlies. You got so much pressure, people coming at you. You got to throw some screens. You got to run draw. You have to do some misdirection, and good job there. Now the question is, can they pick up this crucial 3rd down late in the 3rd quarter for McMinnville? Getting late early for them.
That's right. McMinnville go with 3 wide. Quarterback draw. Not going to get it. Second effort. Still going to be dragged down at about the 40-yard line. Panthers defense rallies to the football. And McMinnville's going to lose about a yard. Is it go time now if you're the Grizzlies?
And, you know, we've had that rally cry from the South Medford defense and Brandon Boyce and Coach Parnell, you know, rally to the ball. 11 hats to the ball, forced defender. And Cole Justice, he's a load. He's 6'1", 195 senior, and been there, done that, and tough to bring down, but Panthers did it.
4th and about 2. Got to watch the ball if you're the Panthers. Here's a little power play, and that knee looked to be down short of the first down, and they are going to mark him, and they're going to go ahead and give it to him, which it looks short of the 42.
If we replay
that's the same guy that thought it was short when it was 2 yards in front the last time.
Yeah, well, you know, down 21-0 inside your own 45-yard line and go for it. That says something that it is getting late early for McMinnville, and you got to press a little bit now and going to have all 4 downs from here on out, looks like.
Sprint left. Throw goes out to the flat there left, and that will be incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10.
And like we talked earlier, that's kind of out of their game plan is, you know, sprint, especially going to his left. And, you know, he's not the prototype sprint out quarterback, and then going to his left on top of it. Had an open receiver, just kind of sailed on him, and sets up a 2nd and 10.
Snap is back. Here comes Josephson. The screen in the middle. Ball's out. And it will be ruled incomplete.
Number 72 on the play there. Big number 72. You know, we haven't given him enough credit all season as Jacob Hermont, an offensive defensive lineman. He's a load, and he was right there, and that was a good call by the Grizzlies. You know, with that much pressure, you need to, like we said, like a draw or a screen, and dialed up a screen, and Hermont right there, off his blocker, and makes the play.
Trips to the top of your screen, 3 receivers to the top of your screen, timeout. Grizzlies, 3rd and 10 situation here.
Don't have much of an answer for that defense right now.
We're going to take a quick break with them. We'll be right back after this quick word.
In 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Welcome back live here at McMinnville High School. I am Boomer Marshall. I'm on the call tonight. Also on the video is Boomer Marshall. On the color commentary,
Boomer doing it all.
Standing right next to me is the Chief, Dan Marshall. 3rd and 10 here for the Grizzlies from their own 42-yard line. Need to reach to the Panthers 48. Panthers rushing. Not a lot of place to go as that ball is just up for grabs on the left sideline and out of play. Incomplete. There is a flag on the play. It looked like there was a hold there by the Grizzlies. I think that the Panthers are electing to decline.
I think that was the sophomore, Kyron Hoskinson, in the ball game for the Grizzlies at quarterback there. Not sure if Justice got hurt on that previous play or not.
Well,
I know on that one on the 4th down.
I don't see why you wouldn't give him a shot after not scoring through 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if he was shaking
he's
up
in there
on that.
for the.
Yeah,
he's
so
in there personal protector. So
given
there's
that,
another high snap. Panthers are almost there, and they're able to get it off.
Wrong guy to kick
Foster
it to.
back there receiving. He's got some space to the 50, cuts it back, trips over the soccer line.
You know, that's why you don't.
50-yard line.
That's why you don't want a soccer line on the football field. There's a perfect example of why you don't have the circle soccer on the football field, and Boster trips on it. Otherwise, he takes it to the house. But
1 minute, 1 second left here in the third quarter. Good return. Good job flipping field position.
Great job right there. Anytime Boster has his hands on the ball, you know, for South, good things are going to happen. It means bad things for the opposing team. And Boster's exciting, and like we talked about, Coach Singler singing his praises early on this season. And, you know, after 4 weeks, we know why.
Tuttle now under center. Joe at the wing position. Turns around, hands it off. Was that DeVries?
Number 25, is DeVries in the ball game?
Mason DeVries, senior running back who's battling a torn ACL.
Well, as far as I know, unless he played last week, Boom, and I don't think he did.
He didn't.
This is his first action of the season, and gets one carry. Gets a smell on the first play of his senior season. Nobody blocks for him.
Yeah.
And, you know. And he's
Mason DeVries, 25.
And Mason, we've known him, you know, since he's a little guy, and he's been working his butt off all these years, and it's good to see him in the game, but I wish somebody would have maybe blocked for him on that play.
Yeah. 19 seconds left. It was a timeout. I don't know if it was South or McMinnville. It was a timeout, though regardless. 2nd and 11 here. Panthers at the McMinnville 47.
Well, there's an example right there where football is the ultimate team game, Boom. You know, you got a running back that's been kind of waiting in the stable, getting in the game, and get a first chance, and you don't only takes one guy not to execute, and you're going to be thrown for a loss there. And unfortunately for Mason, that was the case there. And but you know, jokingly, kiddingly, just blame it on DJ.
Yeah.
No, everybody's got to do their job, or that's going to happen.
Tuttle back in the gun. He'll swing it out here to Parnell. Makes a nice catch. Stutter step. Cuts inside. Gets up to about the 41-yard line. Jamal Parnell will pick up about 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. That's going to take us actually to the 4th quarter. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Leyte who made it all possible. Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just a dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
Panthers will break the huddle. 12 minutes left here to be played in regulation. Panthers leading 21-0. Torrin Tuttle's pass for 2 touchdowns, rush for another. Crucial 3rd and 5 here. In goes motion, Alvarez. They got him in the flat. Able to make the catch. That looked like a horse collar tackle and no flag. They are going to mark him down just short of the first down. That's going to bring up a 4th and about a half a yard. And now they're just saying first down. This guy here, this official closest to us, he'll just say first down on anything. Yeah, that was at least a half yard short.
And a good job by Tuttle there, sprinting to his right.
And you can tell I'm unbiased with that call because I want the Panthers to get a first down.
No, and I thought
but they had to get to the 40, what was it, the 45 and about a half, and they're not even to the 46, or the 35 and a half. They're not even to the 36. So
that was a good spot there by the.
Not a good spot. The dude just went like this with his hand over his head, like first down, move it. I don't want to have to measure. Snap back to Tuttle, little screen pass, and Tuttle throws it away.
And I'm sure they're asking for, intentional grounding. There was no receiver in the area. Late flag comes in. That's probably what we're going to have, Boom.
The crazy part about intentional grounding at the high school level, you can be out of the pocket. You can be throwing to, if you throw the ball out of bounds and you're outside the pocket, it's still intentional grounding, which is crazy to me. Because intentional grounding, to me, it's about player safety, especially the quarterback. He's the most vulnerable player on the field. And, it just makes no sense that, hey, you don't want to take a hit. You throw the ball away. That's a good football play. And at the high school level, for whatever reason, that's intentional grounding, which is...
Well, on top of that, the receiver, it looks like there was just some miscommunication. Receiver doesn't turn his head around and forces Tuttle to throw the ball anyway.
Tuttle sprints left. He's going to let it go long here to Mitchell Walker. Ball gets knocked up in the air and goes incomplete.
Another good throw by Tuttle there, again on a corner or that 7 route. I don't know if it was a
little smash route.
Little smash route with the up receiver running out or come back and then running the smash on top. A good throw, and Walker went up there, tried to high point it, but good play by the defender.
Yeah, I think that Torn could have thrown it out in front of him a little bit more. So let him run under it. But I like that he gave him a chance to go up and make a play. So
yeah, otherwise, getting close to the sideline, throw it out of bounds, nobody can get it. And
yeah. So 3rd and about forever. Tuttle back in the gun. He's going to just hand off to Parnell, and flag comes in. Parnell's dropped for a no gain.
Again, right in the wheelhouse of the white hat. Evidently, seen it right there. They can decline this and force a punt, or
penalties decline this time. They didn't accept the penalty to make it 3rd and 35. Because that's what happened the last time, and then South threw for a touchdown.
Yeah, so
going to school. Zach Miller going to be back to punt here for the Panthers. 10:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. Panthers leading 21-0.
And right now, Boone, like we talked about in the pregame, or you talked about, that South trying to put a complete game together, and right now, with 10:55 to go in the game, that's probably as complete a game as you possibly could have. We haven't ran the ball as well as we wanted to, but we've certainly had our way on the offensive side and the defensive side, and had big nights from the usual suspects. So as close to a complete game as you want going into the 4th quarter.
You got to have things you can work on if you're Bill Singler and the Panthers. The run game's won. So sure that'll be a point of emphasis this week. And to finish this game out now, snap's good. Miller gets it off.
Got to get out of the way.
And McMinnville is just able to recover it there at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like the sophomore's coming back in at quarterback for the Grizzlies. Hoskinson for Justice. And watching him in pregame, watching him warming up, he's got some really good skills, and he looks pretty mature for a sophomore kid. Throws the ball real well, and the Grizzlies probably trying to stay in their game plan. And
James Dwayne
bringing the wood right there.
Yeah. Say, gotcha.
And the South Medford Panthers, they're not that big. They're just scrappy O-line, D-line, coach well, and bringing the wood. And they got some guys that fly around at the linebacker and free safety positions. And coming up bringing the wood is James Dwayne.
I formation, play action, pass. Hawkinson looking, throwing deep. Ray Jean's there. He's going to make the interception, makes a man miss. He's got some Panthers out here in front of him. Steps over a guy, cuts back, and is going to be tackled down by the face mask.
Big hit there.
Went with the face mask and flag. Rajon Scherer. That's going to be 15 from the end of the run. Panthers are going to be at about the 25.
Hoskinson had a lot of time right there, but nobody's open and kind of just throws up for grab. And Scherer, he's the deep guy back, and the only guy back is going to catch that. And good job by Panther defense.
They're going to mark it off against the Panthers.
Wow. Well, you got a block in the back. I seen the
15 yards. They're going to march it off.
First and 10 from their own 42.
Well, I seen their coach out there yelling, wanting to call, and evidently they listened to him and gave it to him. I didn't see what you were talking about. I thought it was a face mask or a horse collar on
McMinnville, so.
Goes the other way. Nevertheless,
South Medford missing a receiver. Running on late,
you
wide
got
open
nobody
now.
out there.
Throw it to him, and it's that's a penalty.
That's the old secret play coming off the sideline after it's been snapped.
Yeah. McMinnville still doesn't know he's out there. Their defense is still chatting. They haven't even looked out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
No penalty and just cost us a touchdown.
Still don't have anybody covering up. Now we got somebody
somebody's
moving
going
out there.
9 minutes, 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
But if there's no penalty, yeah, it just cost him because
there've been 6.
it was uncovered.
McMinnville showing pressure. Here's the snap. Receiver not looking. Tuttle's now going to keep it to the far side. He's going to step out of bounds for about a pickup of 8. Flags. Late now against the Panthers.
You'd think that'd be a late hit on McMinnville over there on the sideline, but not sure what they have. Maybe we have sideline interference, or it had to be somebody said something bad about his mother or something. I don't know, Boom.
Number 4. Phoenix Riddle. It looked like Phoenix Riddle hit a guy late out of bounds.
Because it looked like Tuttle was just working his way to get out of from being hit, and I thought, well, he's probably going to get a late hit on him, but Phoenix Riddle comes up and gets the flag, hitting somebody after the whistle
Bill's got to be
out of
going
bounds.
crazy right now.
Yeah, that serves no purpose whatsoever, and Tuttle, I think, was in fine shape out of bounds. So
would have been 2nd and 1. Now it's 2nd and 17. Tuttle hands off to Zach Miller. Miller's out in the open. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. And he's going to pick up about 15 yards. Zach Miller. Actually, we'll call it 14 here. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 here for the Panthers.
good job by Miller right there carrying the football, and he got it. Looked like to me kind of flew it out a little bit. Got to get that high and tight, get it tucked in a little bit better. But he's fast, he's quick, and he's a strong runner. So getting some touches tonight.
Handoff Miller to the left side now. Miller makes a cut, trying to get vertical. He's going to be about a yard short. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 1, and Panthers are going to jog the punt team back on the field.
A good job by the Grizzly defense to stop him there, and Miller had a little momentum going, and he's a tough guy to bring down, and the Grizzlies are up to the challenge on that one. He had 4 or 5 guys right there on Riddle as he tried to pick up that first, or on Miller as he tried to pick up that first down.
Miller back to punt, gets it away, and that's fumbled by McMinnville. McMinnville's able to recover at about the 10-yard line.
Good job right there. It could have cost him another touchdown right there. Kind of played that punt over the top of his head and then lost the handle and was able to get back on it and save a turnover there for the Grizzlies.
Panthers up 21-0. Sprint left, out in the flat. Nothing doing there as the Panthers rally to the football. Krupp was trying to get his second touchdown of the year.
Krupp smelling the end zone. You know, once you get that feeling there, those big old linemen, they like to go in and they like the celebration there. They like the smell of that end zone. And Krupp got one early against Centennial, looking for another one there. You know, the front four for South, not big by any standards. They're just all tough, gritty.
Sprint right. Hawkinson throws out there. It's complete.
Big hit out there by somebody delivering a big blow just as he goes out of bounds. That's Sherrar again.
Liam Stedman maybe.
Stedman on the hit. Sherrar all over the place tonight. You know, all these Panther defenders making some adjustments from last week's ball game, and like you said, each game different flow, but defense playing much better tonight.
Panthers jump off sides there. Going to give him a free 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
See, Krupp, once you give him a call, you're going to get the broadcaster jinx, then you jump. Just start talking good about them, and then they make a mistake, but... On the ball. I can hear it right now.
Yeah.
Coach Parnell over there encourages his guys, saying, on the ball.
3rd and 1 in the shotgun. Throw's going to come out here to the flat, able to make the play, and Panthers able to make the tackle there.
Hey, good pitch and catch there by the sophomore quarterback. Hoskinson comes in, moves the change after throwing an interception in his first or second series, and coming right back and face adversity after the interception, and throws a strike there and moved the chains.
First and 10 here, trips to the top of the screen. Hawkinson back to pass, far side, is complete. And makes a nice move there and enough to pick up the first down.
Well, I think, like you said, Boom, you know, if you get, through 3 quarters, you have any points on the board, and you got a kid like Hoskinson on the bench, you give him a chance, and, he looks like he could be the real deal, and he throws the ball well, sets his feet, gets rid of the ball, and 2 first downs in a row there. We got somebody hurt now on the far side over there. I'm not sure who that is.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lake who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just a dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce...
Well, welcome back, 21-0 here. 5:57 left in the fourth quarter. Hawkinson, though, the sophomore quarterback, after coming into the game, has got a drive going here. Here's a little bubble screen out to the wide side. Panthers rally to the ball, but not before McMinnville picks up about 4.
Good job there by the sophomore quarterback getting the ball out early, getting a good block by his receiver, and picks up 5 or 6 yards, and giving McMinnville a chance to go for a drive here late in the ball game.
Hawkinson on the toss. Breaks a tackle and up past the 40-yard line, and McMinnville is into Panther territory here for probably the first time tonight in this ball game, Chief.
Yeah, the old 28 toss, get it out there, get some people out in front. That offensive line got a little surge out there, and we're able to get the edge on South and put some pretty good field position at the 45.
And we'll go toss left. McMinnville gets the edge. Out of bounds to about the 23-yard line.
That's Preston Ginter, number 24. Just toss right, toss left, and pick up 20 yards. And Grizzlies got something going late in the game here, Boom.
4 minutes, 43 seconds left. Hawkinson under center, play action.
Has a guy
wide open in the flat. Able to make the catch there and get enough for the first down. Is McMinnville.
Yeah, he had him open early on the flat and just kind of hesitated. I thought he might have waited too long, and then he stayed open, and Hawkinson throws a strike and picks up another first down.
So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. 4:35 left. Hawkinson under center. There's the handoff. Breaks to the outside. Panthers cut him down there, but not after maybe another first down there for McMinnville, and chains will move again.
Well, good for the Grizzlies here late in the game, showing some signs of life here, Boom, and cut it to 2 touchdowns. And you never know. You can do a lot of weird things happen in 4 minutes.
Snap, toss, far side, and nothing doing there. Maybe about a yard is picked up. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal, and the clock will tick. Now under 4 minutes.
And you got to give the Grizzlies credit here, fighting back, and they started to drive it inside their 10-yard line, and now they're 1st and goal on the 2-yard line.
Handoff to the right, got a hole, and in for the touchdown. McMinnville Grizzlies.
And the home crowd, which is a pretty good home crowd here, Boom. Getting something to cheer about here late in the ball game, and good for them.
A lot of ball game left if you're the Panthers. 2 timeouts left for McMinnville, and it's only a 2-possession game now.
Yeah, I'm sure you got an onside kick coming.
Snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. And McMinnville cuts into that 21-0 lead, now makes it 21-7. 3:34 left to be played here in the fourth quarter.
They actually made that drive look pretty easy, considering they started inside the 10-yard line and could have been real bad with them when they didn't field a punt, didn't come up with it cleanly, and then they moved the chains on a couple sophomore quarterback quick little passes, and then they get a big penalty. And next thing you know, they're on the board.
Sure, the Panthers are going over their hands team responsibilities, making sure they have enough guys first off, make sure you get lined up second off, and then third off, go out there and recover the football.
Yeah, and one good thing about this is for both teams, you get an opportunity in the non-league part of your season to defend an onside kick, and if you're McMinnville, to try an onside kick.
Must go 10 yards and touch the ground for McMinnville. Panthers don't have to let it go 10. And here's the onside kick, and Panthers are able to recover on a kind of excuse me into my hip pad.
That was a good, yeah, there's a little bit of luck there. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and right there it looked like he didn't field it very well, didn't feel it very cleanly, and his hands were above the ball versus under the ball the way they teach you. But
if the ball ever comes that hard, you get out of the way because there's no way they can run that fast
and it'd go out of bounds. But yeah, his hands actually above the ball, and somehow he was able to
trap it
in between his shoulder pads and his thigh pads.
Yeah.
McMinnville sporting the Old North colors, red and black, and could be the black and blue game right now, Boom.
Yeah. Snap to Tuttle. Hands to Zach Miller. Miller looking for room. Now tries to cut it up. Not able to get anything going there. Miller is slow to get up. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this quick word.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford.
And we're back. Zach Miller hustled off the field. Clock should start. There it goes. Bringing the house is McMinnville. Tuttle sprints outside and gets hit as he throws, and
And, that's what you have to do against a guy like Torrin Tuttle is you got to bring pressure, and it's pretty tough to throw when you're on the seat of your pants. And in that case, the Grizzlies came up, gave pressure, and he didn't get a chance to get the ball off. And good job by Grizzly defenders out there. Got to set that edge, and he had a little rolling pocket to his left, and not much cooking out there offensively.
I think he could have just focused on getting outside of them and then continuing to run. But when you bring 7 guys like that, it's an all or nothing thing, and when you do that, you leave guys on islands. Delay a game, South Medford.
Not a good time for a delay a game there, 3rd and long. Now it makes it 3rd and longer.
Yeah. When you bring Tuttle all the way over to the sideline to get the play, after he just gets knocked on the ground, then he's got to run all the way back over to the hash. That's what you have signals for.
Yeah, what are we changing that up now? Or because he was actually, when he got sacked on the previous play, he was probably 10 yards within the sideline, the Panther sideline.
Yeah. Lots of confusion here.
Probably just looking to run it up the middle there and, get in a sprint left again.
This time Tuttle looks to keep it. Slides down.
Going to be forced to punt it away here, Boom, and not a very good series there for the South.
Well, you got to throw it. They're bringing 8. Got to throw it. I don't care if you're up 14. Throw a slant, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, get him off your quarterback late in the game. Don't want to get him hurt. And
it's a walk-in. There's nobody there. So McMinnville calls one of their last 2 timeouts. So 3:04 left here.
So I think they score with about 4:12 or 4:20.
Yep.
And they get the ball back in less than, a minute and 10 seconds. They got the ball back or forcing the Panthers to punt. And like you say, when they're bringing pressure like that, get somebody on an aisle and a quick out, a quick in.
Run a screen.
Anything that get the ball out of their hand in a hurry.
Miller is back in the game to punt.
We got nobody back, so except the official.
Miller able to get it off. It will take Grizzlies bounce to about the 26-yard line. It's about 2 minutes and 53 seconds left. That's where McMinnville will take over. This has been the longest second half of all time. Really?
Yeah, totally different than the first half. Now it looks like McMinnville's turn to be confused.
Yeah. Trips here to the bottom of the screen. Sprint left. Dwayne out in space. Throw is high and nothing doing there. Hoskinson had to throw it away.
Good job by the Panther defenders. Nobody open there. Hoskins got a gun on him and kind of rolling pocket to his left, and nothing doing there. Good job by South secondary.
Trips here, bottom of your screen. There's a little hitch that the Panthers overrun. Good job there by
Riley Heim.
22, Riley Heim coming up and making a tackle.
Tough
2:34 now. McMinnville breaks the huddle quickly here. 3rd down and about 2. Now they'll go trips to the top of the field. Hoskinson back. Ball goes up down the field and incomplete. That will bring up a 4th and about 2.
So last gasp here for the Grizzlies, huh?
Yeah.
4th down, you got to pick this up or it's
2 minutes, 12 seconds left. Snap to Hoskinson. Throw goes to the flat. It'll be complete. Able to break a tackle, break another tackle down the far sideline, and get out to about midfield are the Grizzlies. They still have life.
I'm kind of impressed with this sophomore kid, and it's probably a good decision by the coaching staff. They put him in the ball game, give him a chance, after not scoring for 3 quarters or 2.5 quarters, and he's come in and slung the ball around pretty good, Boom.
Yeah, he has done a nice job. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Hoskinson will roll to his left. Still rolling. Looking downfield and incomplete.
Hits the cameraman in the side hip right there. But probably a good decision. He's rolling to his left and nobody open. And is that Roars bringing pressure, number 64 for South?
No, I think that's Chucky.
Is that Chucky?
Yeah,
that's
Charlie
Swag.
Campbell. Swag Diesel.
Charlie doing a good job bringing pressure.
5'8", 250.
Swag Diesel.
A whole bunch in that lunchbox. Cheetos, crunchy or puffed? Puffed. Wimp. Little Giants. Dwayne coming off the outside. Hoskinson's pressure.
Got a guy
goes deep, and he's got him.
Oh.
Mitchell Walker's peeking in the backfield.
Toledo. Holy, jumping up and down, Martha. We got a South football game here if they can get it in the end zone here. Another good throw, and like you said, I think Walker kind of looking back, and Hoskinson on a dime hits his receiver, and a shoestring tackle by Walker saves the touchdown.
And there's play action. Backside pressure, able to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, still up. Gets back to about the 12-yard line, so able to do something there and getting back to close to the line of scrimmage. Minute 14 seconds, minute 13 seconds and counting.
Panther D bringing pressure, and the young quarterback doing a good job of maintaining composure and not fumbling the ball, and
Now
second, third.
McMinnville taking way too much time here as 40 seconds have gone on the clock since the play before last. Play action, looking out in the flat, and the flag comes in late. Pass is incomplete. Holding McMinnville. 47 seconds left to be played.
And like you said, way too much time in there when you're down 2 scores and less than a minute to play, and way too much time getting that play in. Then you get a holding penalty on top of it. And, some of that probably just having not enough reps by Hoskinson. And
it's not tough to signal a fade and run a fade. I mean, and if a coach is smart enough there to say, you got it, I'm telling you, the sophomore kid's good enough to say, okay, I'm going to go run a play, and we'll get in the right one, and I'm going to get it to my partner, and we're going to go score.
For a vertical, and
47 seconds left. Here's a little screen, and knocked away there. Carson Coda at the end.
Coda having...
We didn't get to talk about Chase enough last week in the performance that the Bruins had up at the Palouse. Going up there down 32 in the second half, come back and win. 67-63, I think, was the final. They scored 50. They dropped a half 100 on them in the second half.
And that's with Anthony Gordon, Wazoo quarterback, having 9 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Wow.
With Gardner Minshew back in attendance in his self-made cutoff jeans. Roll right, throw right, and nobody home there for the Grizzlies. 37 seconds now left. That is going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 23-yard line. If you're a quarterback coach here, you're telling your guy, regardless of what happens, the ball has to go to the end zone. Don't take a sack. It's either got to go to the end zone or we got to complete a screen and got to get people out in front to block. So this will be the game. And there's nobody happier than me because I have to use the little boys' room. I'm telling you, it's bad. It hurts.
Well, the first half, kind of sped by here. In the second half, the Grizzlies
it's been a super slow pace, Chief.
Yeah, and the ball, and like we talked about earlier, when you run the ball like they did in the first half, the clock's ticking away, and in the second half, they chose, they couldn't run the ball effectively on South, so kind of forced to get out of the game plan and throw the ball around the football field, and every time you do that, when you throw it, the old Coach Walker thing, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. and the clock stops usually when the ball's on the ground.
I got a rebuttal to that. One thing can happen, and it's the most exciting thing in all of sports. Touchdown pass. Nothing more exciting than touchdown pass.
That's right. I agree with you. And have we had an interception tonight? I don't think so.
Rajon had a pick.
Oh, that's right. Hoskinson's first throw, maybe.
4th and goal from the 23. Hoskinson back to throw. Got to go to the end zone, and up come the Panthers to make the play. Phoenix Riddle, and that should just about do it. Here with 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Panthers will regain possession, and just one single knee away from putting this one away, Chief.
Yeah, and, maybe not as complete a game as we would like to see or coach would like to see. A lot of things to learn from there. But some exciting stuff from the South Medford offense again with Tuttle and Foster. And, got to get a little bit more effective on the running game. Probably have to work on that. But we've seen DeVries in for one snap, and then hopefully he didn't get re-injured. Or maybe wasn't even supposed to be in there, just ran in. I don't know.
Could have done it.
But good job by South Medford on the road here in McMinnville to get away with the victory.
Chucky Campbell, Torrin Tuttle, take the walk at midfield, shake the opponent's hands from McMinnville. Panthers win the ball game here, 21-7. Chief, final thoughts. We're going to get out of here quick.
Hey, I just think it's a good comeback for South Medford after that big loss and offensive 53-41 to Liberty, and come back on the road and pretty much dominate McMinnville here until the fourth quarter. And good job by their defense to make some adjustments, come out and play great on the road. Great job by their offense again, and so now we get to get back home. But overall, good job by South. Put them 3-1 for the season, and got some good things going into the McNary game.
Got to be proud of the defense. Gave up 53 last week, 480 yards rushing. This week, only give up 7. A 21-7 win on the road. 2-0 now on the road for the Panthers this year. And Coach Singler's mantra over the years, Road Warriors. You get away from all the distraction of being at home, all the distraction of playing in front of your family and friends. You can go on the road, come together, unite as one, and go out there and have an us against the world mentality. And he loves being on the road. And able to get the win again on the road, now 2-0 on the season. We'll return next week at home against McNary, 7 o'clock Friday night for the homecoming game, which is always a tricky one. McNary's down this year, but Bill Singler, he's always afraid of the homecoming game because of all the distractions around it. So he always, tries to go extremely hard to get his kids prepared for that week because he knows the distractions that come with it. So McNary, a week from tonight, at Spiegelberg Stadium at 7 o'clock for the homecoming game. I'd like to thank you for joining the Chief, Dan Marshall, on the color commentary, myself, Boomer Marshall, on the video and the color and the live comedy. I'll be here all night, folks. No, we're headed back to Sutherland to Papa Bill's house to see Seth and Cy and Grandma, Papa, Uncle Sean. So Coley at home, kids there, kids in Sutherland, kids at home. Everybody, thank you for listening. Good night from McMinnville, Oregon, and God bless.